Top of the morning, folks. Welcome back to another episode of the Backend Engineering Series. So we left last night finishing up some more CLI commands and in killing whether they were kind of maliciously working or going through a process that we couldn't kill inside the terminal. So we figured out how to launch another terminal to kill that one and do a few other things in the last episode. This one is about package managers, and that we are wrapping up the CLI section and moving forward. So pretty excited to get back into some Python. Let's dive in. It's Saturday morning, 8:40 in the morning or so. Not getting too wild out there. Just need to go on a run today and record some Solidity stuff as well. And I have a fun thing. This is a complete side note tangent of software, but I thought I'd share it because it's super interesting. I believe today I'm getting the opportunity to go shoot a suppressor. So I've never done that before in my life. I'm super excited. It's with one of my dear friends. He's a ridiculously talented backend engineer. Dang near genius, dare I say. Probably not even near. He probably surpassed. He's a smart friend of mine. I've name dropped him many times on this channel. His name is Chester. And he invited me to go shoot a suppressor. So it should be a good time. And he's never done it either. So this opportunity rolled upon us, and should be a good time later. So hopefully I hear about that sooner than later. Anyway, let's dive in. Package managers. A package manager is a software tool that helps you install other software. Its primary functions include downloading software from official sources, installing software, updating software, removing software, managing dependencies, and more. As a developer, you'll frequently use package managers to get access to the software you need to get your work done. Okay, so these are going to be like our cargo packages, our APTs, our node package managers, much more. So APT, Advanced Package Tool, is the primary package manager for Ubuntu. To be fair, you can use other package managers on Ubuntu, but APT is the default and most common. If you're on Windows, gross, and Ubuntu, you'll be using APT. If you're on another Linux setup, I pray you already know what package manager you're using. If you're on WSL or Ubuntu, check to make sure you have APT installed by running the following command. Okay, so brew, we've got brew over yonder. Actually, I don't know what's on this MacBook. She's new. So let's see, brew. If you're on Mac OS and you haven't installed Homebrew, let's go ahead and install it. Boom, let's say terminal. This might take a moment to configure, actually. Probably not. Press enter to continue or any key to abort. So while that's installing, we'll move forward. It might take a bit. I'll pop it off here. Let's see. Just going to go through all the installation. Oh, that didn't take too long at all. So when I installed it on the other computer, I remember it taking really long. Okay, so we're going to check NeoVim. Fun. Brew, install NeoVim. Oh my gosh, we're diving into a bit of NeoVim. No way. So run these two commands in your terminal path. Let's see. So it looks like both these eval commands, I suppose. Run these two commands to add homebrew to your path. Got it. So I need option homebrew. We were doing path stuff here. That's so fun that I comprehended a little bit more now. So I believe we need that one, right? And let's see. And I believe this one, right? Okay, let's try to install NeoVim one more time. Cannot find brew. Okay, so let's see what we did here. I'm going to go to ChatGPT real quick just to get the path. Can you tell me what I need to run in my CLI? Boom. NeoVim, if I'm understanding correctly, is a tool that we can use for, for development, but like through the CLI or something. But I believe you can build your own tools very, very quickly. So let's read a bit about it. Let's see. Actually, over here on the right, it's giving me the commands. So we have this first one. So eval users, that's my deal right there, my name and all that stuff, and boom, that. Okay, so let's try to do brew install again. There it goes. Sweet. Okay, so we got the path configured. Nice. And we are downloading NeoVim. Fun. Gosh, I've kind of always been wanting to work with this. The Primogen, he's this hilarious streamer, by the way. Amazing. Maybe I'll show you guys him if you don't watch him already. You can already see it. It popped up with NeoVim in the thing because he's a huge proponent of it. But this guy is so funny, ridiculously funny, super entertaining. As you can see, so many subscribers, just so funny, brilliant guy. Only 78 videos. I feel like he deletes them or something because he's posting all the time. Very lively and genius developer. So with many experience, but he always talks about NeoVim, and I don't know enough about it, so I'll have to watch Fireship and a few other things about it. But so okay, so let's do this. So brew install, boom, boom, boom. Assignment, let's install something. NeoVim is a hyper extensible and newer version of Vim, which is a newer version of VI, which is also a popular command line text editor. So that's the word it is, a command line text editor. So basically it's like a VS Code, but for your command line, where you can kind of get some hyper customizable things. Okay, so the assignment, what do we need to do? First, make sure that apt is installed itself if you're on Windows. If not, we just need to do brew, and then let's check the NeoVim version. And it looks like we are 0.95. Cool, fun. We got NeoVim installed. That's pretty cool. That's a good one to have, folks. So using NeoVim, this isn't a course on NeoVim. We need at least 400 more lessons for that. Probably it's a whole deal. This is a hilarious tweet. I've been using Vim for about 2 years now, mostly because I can't figure out how to exit it. I think it's semicolon Q or something. We'll have to dive into it. Obviously he's joking, but that's hilarious. But let's at least figure out how to edit a file and exit the program. Don't be fooled. Vim or NeoVim is one of the greatest hurdles you must overcome as a developer. It's a rite of passage. It's a badge of honor. Awesome. So it looks like we have 2 years of this series starting today of NeoVim. Jokes. Obviously not, but we could have 2 years of development on it. So use NeoVim to open the World Bank Public Company info.md file. It's a text file using markdown syntax. You can open the file such as this. So we do NVim file path here. Once it's open, you might notice that you cannot type anything. That's because you're in normal mode. The mode for navigating and manipulating text. Use the arrow keys. I know Vim sarcilage. How do we pronounce that? So sarcilage to sacrilege. Vim sacrilege to navigate to the last line. So enter insert mode by pressing boom boom. You should see insert appear at the bottom of the screen. You should also now be able to delete the password, replace it with the text redacted, in all caps, no quotes. And when you're done, press the escape key to return to normal mode, the W, and press to save your changes, and finally Q to quit. NeoVim. I thought it was that. Okay, so let's fire and then use cat to view the content. So let's try to do this. Okay, so we're gonna go open up the terminal and fire it open. It's already open. It's clear. And what was clear not working? Man, I found clear. Oh boy, did we? Let me fire up a new terminal session. I don't know if we. Okay, cool. I was gonna say if we reconfigured a few things by updating the brew path. So now it makes me wonder if I have to update the brew path every time I want to use it. Golly. Okay. CD software. There we go. Okay, sweet. So let's NeoVim into this. Boom. All right, we're in the Vim. We're in the Vim, folks. We are here. We are here. So we can navigate, you can see, with the arrows here, or this deal. We can press I to actually get in there and change stuff. Oh, did not mean to text a whole bunch. I didn't realize we could do Command Command Z here. So hopefully that was the right. Yeah, I better stop mucking around, right? Okay, so then press when you're done, press Escape and Command Enter to save your changes. Let's not save the changes, and I'll do Command Q to done. Okay, so no write since last change, no write since last change. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, perfect. Press Enter or type Command to continue. No, I don't want to continue. I want to be out. All right, looks like we got 2 years of trying to escape NeoVim, folks. No, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to save. Oh no. Well, hopefully that key change wasn't a big deal, but we'll see here in a moment. Okay, so use cat to view the contents of the file edited. Okay, so if I say cat, let's see this. So if I say instead of NeoVim, we do cat here. Boom. Were we supposed to edit something specific when you're done? Oh, we were. Replace it with the word. Okay, so see the insert. Got it. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Where do we insert this? Where does it say? So enter insert mode by pressing I. You should see the insert appear in the text at the bottom of the screen. You should now be able to delete the password and replace it with oh, we were supposed to delete the password anyways. Perfect. Okay. Well, that worked out, right? Okay. So let's do this. Oh, no. You can see there's a bit of a, I got to figure out how to skip around in NeoVim. Bit of a learning curve here. Oh, it's the same. Okay. Oh, no, it is not. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out how to do the keyboard deals. But, okay, so here we go. So we have this done, right? And I can exit. How do you exit of the escape key? Then boom. Save the changes. So that was written. Looks like, and then I can press Command Q to get out of it. Sweet. And then I can say cat this, and there's our new password. Sweet. All right, guys, that was sweet. I would like to learn more about NeoVim, because I understand if you're nasty on the keys, like if you could just do all software stuff just with the keys, it's like a whole, you could just floss through a whole project. So that's the goal. That would obviously take some time to get good at, like a lot of time. But that's what we got. So package manager review. APT and Brew aren't the only package managers out there. There are many, many more though. They do happen to be two of the most popular, especially on Linux and Mac. How does package manager install work? So when you type a command apt install NeoVim, the package manager will check to see if the package is already installed on your machine. If it's not installed, it will download the package from a repository. It will then install the package onto your machine. It will install any further dependencies that the package needs to run, and it will hopefully add packages, hopefully, in your path. Sometimes it won't. So good package managers keep track of what packages you have installed. I'm so happy, by the way, we configured the path situation, because I have actually struggled with understanding that for some time until this course. So super happy we're filling in the gaps. We're coming back through, so we built a house and we're filling the cracks with like epoxy and just doing the polish, which I love. I love that. So good package managers keep track of what packages you have installed and what versions of those packages you have installed. Package managers keep track of, so the actual packages and then the versions as well. Okay, so they keep your file system nice and tidy, making sure you haven't installed 10 different instances of the same package or application. Great. That's awesome. So it doesn't just bloat, all the memory or something on a project. Okay, so for your edification, take a look at where your package manager installed NeoVim in your file system. So we can go ahead and say which in Vim. And this is the path that it did. So ops, homebrew, bin, NeoVim. So what does a package manager like apt and brew not do? So manage the installation of software and its dependencies. It does do that. So download software from the internet, does pull it from a repo, right? Debug and fix it. It does not do that. Does not debug and fix. That would be awesome. That's what Copilot kind of does. We're getting there. Okay, so Webby, there is one more package manager. Ooh, this is the final lesson for this course, folks. Ooh, what a great time to be alive, right? What a great time to be a Saturday morning. We're crushing it. We learning NeoVim. All the people, so think about this. Everyone went out doing their party thing last night on a Friday. Here we're honing in the craft. Waking up on a Saturday, not hungover at all. I haven't drank in forever, probably 2 years at this point, or at least not literally 2 years, but a significantly long time. I'm doing this challenge 75 hard where I just drink a ton of water, work out twice a day. I've been feeling good, folks, feeling good. And this goes into it too. It's like now I'm learning NeoVim on a Saturday while, could be doing bad things potentially. So I don't know. This is tangential to this, probably a valuable life lesson point though. I've cashed in probably majority of my weekends in my 20s for working on things, like whether it's building music. I've got a whole calendar here of like release dates and all these things that are coming up. Building YouTube channel, skill sets, working at a capillary collection startup, getting a college degree in economics. I still have my fair share of fun and nights out and things like that, but I really do enjoy these like Saturday mornings where it's just, you got the cup of Joe, you're learning NeoVim, Yeah, it doesn't get better. So the goal is from an engineering perspective, get as nasty as I possibly can as a software engineer. Then I'll figure out the next chapter in life. I tend to do that. I just like go down a rabbit hole. Like with music, I try to get it as far as I could. When I used to play lacrosse, I was like super into stringing the lacrosse sticks. Like I would restring a stick like 15 times a week, like not even a joke. And I was super talented. I don't know, like when I get into something, I just like get into it, where I was learning about the right nylons, like the versus like the types of meshes you can use and which one you would use for different circumstances and different stringing patterns for different reasonings. And I love getting into stuff. So the fact that we've now dipped a toe into NeoVim makes me wonder how far that one's going to go. You know, it could be a non-start. It could be like, well, something we never revisit, something I never revisit, or it could be the introductory to like, oh, okay, all I use is NeoVim now, which would be really, really cool to get to. But we'll see. Okay, so let's zone back into this. So Webby, there is one. I just wanted to give you guys that as like, not that I'm an old man. I'm still young. I'm 28. About to be 29 here very soon, actually. I realize in a month, which is crazy. But I look back on my 20s very fondly, especially 29 will be my last year in my 20s. I have actually literally no regrets. There's one regret actually that I have with one girl when I was 21 or 20 years old that I made, but and me and that girl, we both know what that thing that we lived through was. But and it was a thing that her and I both experienced in a poor light that we had to navigate with each other. It was not an enjoyable moment in life. But outside of that one thing, there's literally no regrets I have in my 20s because of this weekend thing that I'm telling you guys of like, I literally spent majority of my weekends, no joke, writing music, learning about stuff, learning about econ, learning about cryptography, learning software, learning things. And I can literally tell you wholesomely, Saturday morning, learning about NeoVim with a cup of joe in hand, that's the way to do it. I have literally no regrets, not a single one. So I hope whether you're younger than me watching this or older than me watching this and still watching this far, I hope that's a valuable lesson. I know it's supposed to be about software right now, but the biggest thing of this YouTube channel is really offloading value beyond software even as well. And that's one of the most valuable things that I could probably give somebody is like telling them design the system in your life. Like not only with software, we're learning about how to design systems. You want to steal those concepts into your life. Like you want to take the system design portion of it and apply that to your life. So if your system design is, oh, well, I work really hard Monday through Tuesday, and then Wednesday I go out and party, Thursday I go out and party, Friday I go out and drink, Saturday I hang out with friends all day, Sunday I go out and party, and then, or maybe I'll like recover for a bit, then Monday. If you might be able to get away with that for 1 or 2 weeks, or maybe if you're in college watching this, you're like, okay, that's what some of my friends are doing, whatever. But the truth is you have to design a better system if across time, across a decade, you want to grow into a better potential of yourself, because that's all I'm trying to teach younger men at this point. Like, again, I'm not an old guy, you know, I'm only 28, I'm about to be 29, right? But I have so many people who ask me questions. I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I do this? How do I get there? How do I, you know, I've got buddies who are young guys who really ask these questions. And guys, I know this is a total tangent, but it's super, super important to, I think, understand this as well, is steal these software design principles and apply them to life, right? So it's like not just learning NeoVim or something, you know, which is obviously super important, but I mean, architecting your life in a good, proper way where you can literally build and learn so much across a decade. If you spend your weekends learning, right? So that's 100 extra days a year. If you do that for a decade, that's 1,000 extra days of just learning stuff. You could spend an entire day learning NeoVim. You could spend 100 days learning NeoVim, and you're not even talking about your weekdays. You're talking about 10%, a full 12-hour days for the next decade you could spend learning NeoVim. And I guarantee you do that, that's going to be so massive, right? You walk into any job and they're like, oh, you actually know NeoVim? You're done. You're hired. Get your butt on board. Let's go. So that would be my biggest advice on how to move the needle, I would say, in life. And it may not be for like getting a job or something, but just that concept alone, literally moving the needle on like the system of how you build your life. Because people will work really, I'll make a whole podcast on it, actually. You know what? I'll do that after this. Let's wrap this up, guys. I don't mean to get too ranty on you, but I will build a podcast on this talking point because I think it's really valuable. Maybe I'll label it something like, I literally have no regrets in my 20s or something. So, because I actually don't. There's nothing I would change. There's literally nothing outside of that one event with the girl that her and I both had. It was a challenging event that we both had to grow through as a couple. Yeah, I wouldn't change a single thing I did, and I feel like it's actually less common than common. And I'm not saying that just to say it. I'm saying that out of genuineness. So anyway, back to this. I'll have a podcast for all that stuff here shortly. Okay, so there's one more package manager, Webby, also known as webinstall.deb. Webby lets you install command line tools directly from the web with no need for a local command line tool, apt or brew. You don't need to install Webby itself at all. Instead, you just need to run a shell of the command that downloads and runs the tool's official installer script. Let's install LSD, a more modern version of ls command. It's essentially ls with a bunch of extra features. Okay, so Webby, look for the LSDeluxe entry, navigate to its page. Okay, so let's go to Webby and let's look for LSDeluxe. Boom, right here. We'll go to its page and I'll probably say pull down this curl, the curl. Copy and paste, right? So we need to install it from the curl, which will trigger the command for us. Make sure LSD works itself by doing this. World Bank private transactions, boom, 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 and we can list them all. So one of the coolest things of doing this is your file. It shows your files like a tree-like structure. Oh, that's how people have been doing it. Okay, so when it's like shows the folder with the folder and the files, and awesome. We could do tree and classic on this directory to see all the fun stuff. Okay, so fun. Okay, so let's install. I'm super excited. So we've got Mac. Let's copy it and fun. Okay, so it should hopefully just be configured out of the box. And if we do this, it should, I believe, will this install it globally or just to this folder? Let's see. So it's downloading. That's awesome. And let's see. So we could say LSD. Well, hold on. Copy, paste, and run the following command. Source, doing it, boom. Okay, let's run this. Said newly open terminal windows will update. Oh, okay. I thought it would say it would open a new terminal. Okay, so let's do this. LSD and this World Bank transactions directory with the -- tree. I am super excited, to be honest, guys. So we'll say LSD and -- tree. Let's go. That is so sick. That is so cool. Let's try it with this and classic. Nice. That is what we work hard for, folks. That is exactly what we work hard for. CLI tools like this. This is so fun. You come to program with PAGs, you get life lessons, CLI tools. What don't we do? You know, I'm going to start chefing up next, right? We'll go through some recipes. Teasing. Okay, so note on security. Let's see. So optional icons. You must install the nerd fonts and update the fonts for the original. Okay, let's do this too. So that will, I bet, change the icons for us. So let's go ahead and do this. This is so sick, by the way. It's the classic mode. We just want the tree mode. It looks like that's not going to do it. So optional, boom, boom, boom. How do we use this? Oh, we would have to configure this. Okay. For iTerm, I'm going to configure iTerm here today. So I'll actually run through all this. Maybe I'll make a video on iTerm because iTerm is actually really, really fun to use. So, okay. So I'll do that as well. I've got like 50 videos I want to make. I've already made a bunch, but have like a list in my phone of so many videos. I'm like, I would love to make that. That would be so fun. Okay, so let's see what we're supposed to post in the text. I think it's just going to be, okay, yeah, what we see in the terminal. Okay, so let's copy this in. This is so cool, by the way. I have always wondered how to do that for years. We got it, folks. We got it. And that is wrapping up this shells and terminal course. That was such a fruitful course. I know it was kind of like long, and it's one of those courses where you're like, should I really take a terminal course, like a CLI thing? But I am so happy we did because there's so many gems in that one that are very, very, very useful. And that's what I feel like that's one of those courses that separates the boys from the men, you know, like just even dabbling in NeoVim, just even learning how the LSDeluxe command works. I mean, that's just one of those where it's now allowed me to dip the toe into the waters. And when I dip the toe in the waters, it's a wrap. So super excited for those tools and skill sets to come with me in my journey of software engineering. I hope to embellish on them, and looks like we can dive into some Python. That was a really fun. I'm like bummed that this course is over now because we just ended on such a beautiful note. You know what I mean? Such a beautiful note. And we will be starting this Python course sooner than later. So I'm very excited for that one as well. I will see you guys